Oh, it says live. Quick, we're on. Hold on. Check this out. Wait. Oh, shit. Hold on. Watch this.
Everyone's watching you do this because we're live.
Okay, here we go. And that was not as graceful as I wanted it to be. But
it really wasn't. So
I was bringing up the lights. It was like cueing the... It doesn't matter. Hi, everyone. This is Getting Felt Up, a live for the first time ever puppetry podcast on the interwebs.
This is it.
This is us. And this is Dan's. I'm Nate, and this is Dan's glorious beard.
How? Okay. I'm getting like horrible feedback.
Getting feedback from what?
I'm like
from
getting
people?
like...
Already? People already hate this?
No, not from that, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, it's probably the audio on the YouTubes. Because I'm seeing you kind of... I'm seeing our video. I'm looking at our video, and it's kind of trippy because it's kind of delayed from what we're saying right now.
I think I'm hearing you. Will you mute it then?
It's muted. My computer is... Whoop! Now it's totally muted. Let me hang up this. Let me close the YouTube link out. There. So now it's not even running in the background. But it was muted. Everything's running through my headphones.
This is is everything. I don't know where this is. I don't even know where this is.
Do you have the YouTube video up?
No, I don't have it up.
Sure, because I had it up and I saw it and it was tripping me out, so I got rid of it. And now I see nothing. This is fantastic. Free podcast, everybody. The internet. It's where it's at. For free. And now I don't see Dan. I need Dan and his beard to comfort me during these times. I lost him. Waiting for people to join this call. I don't know if this is still recording. Perhaps it is. Perhaps it isn't. But waiting for people to join this. I don't know where my co-host went. I don't know if this is still broadcasting. I don't know if I'm in charge of this. I have no idea what's happening. There he is.
Okay, that was a tremendous failure. So far, so good.
Get what you pay for, folks. What happened? Where did you go?
Well, I guess like for some reason it glitched behind the scenes, and I was about to break. I was just going crazy. So
So was I still broadcasting?
Everything that you were saying, I was hearing you say, and then 5 seconds later, I heard you say it again, and I had every window closed that I could possibly close, and it was still doing it, and so I lost my goddamn mind.
Oh, geez.
I feel like we should stop and restart, but at the same time, it's just like, who cares? How is this any different than any of our other podcasts we do? It's not.
Yeah, in which we could go in and edit and fix and make it sound like we know what we're doing, but
yeah,
honestly.
We might do that for no, we won't. No, we might do that for the audio. Do you want to give us like a gentle humming of the opening theme? I don't even remember our opening theme at this point.
You know what I need to do? I was just thinking about this before we went on air live to millions. I was like, I need to get like a soundboard.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
A soundboard. I do know what you mean, and I don't think that's a terrible idea, but what I might just suggest we do is just give it this. Damn it, you beat me to it. You son of a bitch.
Thank you, dearest Brendan Malafronte.
So, welcome to our first Google Live YouTube podcast.
Yeah, this is nuts, man. I didn't even realize, like, I know about Google Hangouts and stuff, but I didn't realize that it could live stream to the YouTubes. But it's not like, it's awesome. And we linked it in the, so maybe there's somebody watching. I don't know if we'll ever know, because I don't know if we can see if people are live commenting.
Well, I'm sure that people are, in fact. Well, we're going to figure out the. We're going to figure out the like chat part of it, but no one's watching right now. There's 0 viewers. There's 0 viewers, but this gets archived, and so anyone can watch back at any time. You know what I mean?
Great.
It'll be more fun when we have like guests and stuff. But Nate and I had to at least try it to see how it worked. And I think we have it mostly figured out. So
14 people saw the post about us being live, and one person liked it on the Facebook.
Great. And that one person who liked it is not watching.
No.
But
that, man.
So lots of puppet stuff have happened since last we spoke and you listened. I can't think of any of it off the top of my head except for one really cool thing, which was this puppet finger concept dude. Did you see this video, Nate?
Puppet finger concept dude. I'm sure that's exactly how he wants to be.
I'm pretty sure if you just Google puppet finger concept video, you will find this dude. I'm pretty sure he calls it his puppet concept, and he uses his fingers. So he's got like his 2 fingers here, and then his other hand is up. I think it's upside down like this, and then he's got he's got all these controls that he's operating with these, and then he's got like some like pull gripper things. I can't move these back fingers without moving my 2 front fingers. So I don't know.
You're like doing that trick where if you put your middle finger down, you're like, all right, and then the ring finger is like the heaviest finger. You ever done that trick when you were a kid?
No, because when I was a kid, I had like, TV and stuff. When you were a kid, you had like sticks
and rocks and sticks and drawing a TV in the mud.
I had Power Rangers and stuff. I didn't have to worry about this nonsense. But this dude, it's really cool. It's this thing. What he really needs to do is just like he needs to get all in black, and he needs to like put it on a black tabletop so I can't see him whatsoever. Because you would think that this is like a dude in like a costume performing because it's so amazing.
Right, but it's in this dude. He's either a Brit or he's an Aussie, right? One of the two.
I suppose you caught me while I was sipping some of my Coke Zero because I had
Coke Zero getting felt up because live on YouTube.
Because I made my own burritos earlier, and as I warmed them up, I kind of like hot pocketed myself to where the contents inside were lava. And so I have like a burnt tongue situation. I did this all to myself. This is all my fault.
I was like, when you said hot pocketing myself, is that kind of like Dutch ovening yourself? Is that a
kind of? But you burn your tongue when you do it, I guess. So it's like there's no other. You can't be like.
That's when you have really spicy food in bed and you hot pocket yourself because it burns.
Yeah, underneath. But I mean, like, if you take a bite of a hot pocket and you're like, "Oh, I just hot pocketed myself," everyone would know what you meant.
Yeah, I knew what you meant, and I had never heard that particular phrase. So
I just made it up. Because I didn't do a hot pocket, So like you have you hot
burritoed yourself.
I did. You have like a warm cocoa, and you take a sip, and it's that first sip is too hot, and you didn't like let the test amount in that you should have. You let too much in. You know what I mean? Like, because like your tongue's supposed to like create a vacuum around the hole, but too much slithered in, and you burn your tongue. Oh, I just hot pocketed myself. So,
did you say that too? Did you say it out loud? Did you say, "Oh, I just hot pocketed myself"?
No, because the problem is you don't realize how severe the hot pocket. This is like a level 3 hot pocketing myself. It's like there's just a portion in my tongue in the middle that it's just dead now. It's just dead inside. Eventually, it'll come back. So, but anyway, finger puppet concept.
Back to finger puppet concept, dude.
I think he's British, yeah, but I can't be sure.
I wish we could like cut to a video.
Well, like, we're gonna figure out how to do that.
Is that a thing that's possible?
Yeah, but I don't know if it is something that I can do.
Like, since we're live on YouTube, like cut to this YouTube video. I'm assuming it was on YouTube. It's either YouTube or Facebook video, right? This was brought to us to our attentions by the glory of Reddit. Is that correct? Perhaps. Oh, I lost you. Did you mute me? You did mute me. You muted me. I see it. It's muted. Getting felt up muted. You hit the mute button.
Whoops.
There it is. I was like, I even saw the thing. It said that there was no microphone on your end.
But I'm trying to play the video here, and I guess it's not. I guess it's not working. Oh well. But I guess the I guess we haven't figured out how this damn thing works.
We have no idea what we're doing, but that's okay. That's what the internet is for. Watching a couple of imbeciles.
Yeah, it's supposed to. It was supposed to like cut over to the dude in the video.
Really? Have you seen that happen? That's a thing.
Yeah, I have, but I guess it's not working. So, oh well. I guess that's what it is. It is what it is. But
maybe it's screen share. Do you do it with screen share?
Ooh, maybe I could do it with screen share. Let's see.
Google Hangouts. You can share content of your screen with the Hangout.
Select a window you would like to show.
So bring it up as a separate window. Yeah. Oh, that's me. That's weird. Oh. Scratching myself. I didn't think I was being seen.
And then, okay, so...
Oh, holy shit. We almost entered another dimension. Dude, we're about to go in the Matrix.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Nope. Oh.
It was there. There he is. There you go. Right on. I don't think you can hear him, but I guess you don't really need to hear him. But there it is. In that little... That's... Yeah, he's made it in like a... It's like kind of like an African Zulu warrior type thing.
It's really an incredible little puppet.
Yeah, it's a tribal. It's a tribal character. But yeah, just the movement he gets out of it, and he's got he can pick up shit.
I think he's British. There's a map behind him that you can kind of see, but
you can see the map of England behind him. Obviously, yes, he's obviously British. All British people have maps of Britannia, Great Britannia behind them. There you go. There we see that worked. That was cool.
That did work. It worked a little bit. So
it sort of worked. But you can see what we're talking about there. British finger puppet concept dude.
I don't know if anyone watching was able to see what we just did,
I mean,
but...
yeah, it's pretty great. And so he could, it looks like both of the arms of the puppet could grab things. Looked like it had little pinchers.
Yeah.
To pick up.
It's got pinchers, and it's really he can pick up little things. It's pretty incredible. I mean, it's like I said, I want to see that thing without me being able to see him at all. You know, like throw a little blacklight paint on it or something like that, and do like a blacklight puppet thing with it or something, because it would look like it was alive. It would look like it was real. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think what's the most interesting thing about that particular. It looks like a Boon Rock. It looks like a puppet that you would see that's manipulated by at least 2 to 3 puppeteers, and he's doing it by himself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gorgeous. I dig it. I dig it a lot.
For sure. I think you're limited. I think you're definitely limited to the size of it fitting within your hands in order to control it like that. But
yeah, and you're also limited to it kind of being a biped only. You can't do like a dog like that. But still, it's a very cool concept.
Some super double jointed son bitch.
I think that the fact that it's like a tribal dude like lends to the fact that his fingers can only bend in a certain way and can only move in like a certain way. So I don't think he could do like a butler puppet like that and make it look convincing. You know what I mean? Like, because it does have like kind of like a very like animalistic kind of movement to it. But who knows? I think it looks really cool. I dig it a lot.
I dig it indeed. Dig it as well.
So transitioning from the tiniest of puppets to the biggest of puppets. Nate, have you heard about the new ride at Universal?
Oh, do you mean this ride?
Whoa! No! Yeah.
So if you were in Universal right now, you would see something very similar to this.
Where did you... Okay, tell me the story of how you got that.
I've had this for a long time.
Oh, is that from Old Kong?
No. I think it might be. You know what? I might have gotten this. No, I got this at Universal. Yeah, long time ago. I'm seeing if there's a date on it. It's not, but yes. So this is from the original. I want to say, Kong the Eighth Wonder of the World at Universal Studios.
Back when you were in like the tram car.
Yeah, I would assume it does. Even though he with the one tooth, I don't know. He kind of looks like. He looks like the newer, more silverback, gorilla Kong, not the.
Yeah, let me see the tag on it. You have to talk so the
it
camera
says
turns to
Kong, the eighth wonder of the world. It doesn't have a year on it though. It says Universal Studios King Kong movie. Universal Studios Kong, the eighth wonder of the world. Universal Studios, licensed by Universal Studios.
That looks that font looks like the Jack Black King Kong movie.
Yeah, so I think this probably came out right after the Peter Jackson movie came out.
Because the Kong ride was closed by the time that the
yeah, and that was called Kongfrontation.
Yes, and you were in
and
a big tram.
It looked like the Kong from the classic '30s movie. But so yeah, to your point, I've seen snippets of the ride and heard from folks what it entails. Apparently, it is just badass, just pure awesomeness combined. It's a combination of everything you want in a ride at this point. It's a combination of it's like Spider-Man meets Harry Potter.
Yeah, I've heard some really good things. Let me see if I can pull it up. The new ride. Let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube. Because there are
too many spoilers, but there is it combines 3D stuff. There's animatronics, including, again, similar back to the old school Kongfrontation ride, where you were on the tram in the city, and then you round the corner, and boom, there's Kong. You do the same thing. It's another 50-foot Kong in your presence.
All right.
You got a full ride POV. That's super spoilers right there.
Yeah, super spoilers.
Dan's muted himself.
Nope, I unmuted. So you can hear me, right?
I can.
I muted the audio on the ride itself because it's kind of loud and obnoxious. But hopefully everyone can hear us and...
well, I can hear you, and if you can hear me...
Yeah, I can hear...
Stands to reason.
We can hear each other's. But this is really cool because you're kind of... And I'm really interested to see how they control this vehicle that you're in, because
it looks like it's actually driven. Like there's somebody driving it. But I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, because you're out there on the open road.
And but I wonder, because you're on like a lift kind of thing, like other theme park rides, because that cart moves and shakes and tilts almost all the way over. I feel
like probably gets you into a point where the vehicle itself probably has hydraulics in it.
Yeah, and so
and then when you go into the cave there, or through the big Kong doors, you probably get locked in to a track where it then wiggles you even more. So yeah, it's 3D. It's more, it's like 4D almost. Like there's live stuff, just like the Harry Potter ride, and then you get in there, and then it's all around you. It's like a massive.
Oops.
Oh, yep.
Accidentally skipped out of it. But so what I don't dig, what I don't like that much about it is how much of the 3D screen stuff they use. I really don't like that a lot. You know what I mean?
You think it's too much?
I do think I think it's a little too much, because this portion of the ride here, and then the final scene are pretty much the only two scenes that are realistic, have practical effects. Everything else is 3D.
Right, is the 3D virtual type.
And I kind of have little patience for that, to be entirely honest with you.
Yeah, but from what I understand, from what I've heard, it's it's just awesome. Even though
so we'll skip ahead here for a second, and you can see that, I mean, the screens are massive.
Yeah, it goes all the way around you. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
this is we're for those of you who might be familiar with the new Gringotts ride in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it's you're in this room, and these people are here talking to you, and Now that she's being attacked by giant bats.
I don't really appreciate the fact that that Universal relies so heavily on the shitty 3D thing and not like real effects like Disney does, because Disney doesn't do much of this. Disney's rides are like they're there. You know what I mean? The only 3D.
I mean, I think the whole intense little fight and experience that you're going to have right here could not be achieved if you had not done it this way. And I think it's actually kind of badass the way it's like it's all the way around you, and you there's shit going on no matter what side you're looking at. Now, I have not physically been on this ride, but from what I gather from looking at this thing, like they're jumping over you, and then you look to the other side.
Like Kong jumps over the car at one point, like I think right about here, and the whole car moves and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and he's beating the living hell out of these dinosaurs, and they're very Jurassic Parky T-Rexes.
But we skip ahead just a touch, and then after the big final confrontation.
Now this made me so happy. So I had heard, and I knew that they were doing this 4D thing, but I was not aware that they were gonna have the harken back to the old school Kong ride where you round the corner and boom, there he is, like legit. And so
you've got this animatronic. You've got this really, really cool gigantic Kong. He's got all the scars on him. He's all torn up and bruised up, like you just saw him get beat up by the dinos. And he's huge. He's massive. He's essentially the size of the Kong that they had in the old ride. I mean, yes. He is pretty gigantic, which I think is pretty rad.
It is rad, and it moves like so much better than the old one did. That old one did not really do much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I think the old one was pretty bad. I think this one is kind of
no. This one moves a lot better, obviously, than the old school.
It's very, very cool. I was super excited, and so. That ties in with the new movie that comes out. So hopefully that new movie does well, because those are the actors from the new movie. That is like
it is. It's all the actors from the new one too.
It is. It's named after the new movie and everything. It's major new movie-ish.
When is that supposed to come out? Was this slated to come out this year? No,
I don't know. That's a great question.
There's no release date.
Well, I'm sure there is, but I'm not Googling it right now.
Do we have the internet?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look real quick.
No, but you know what my favorite part of the old school Kong ride, which is now in Universal Orlando where the Mummy is where the Mummy ride is in where the old Kong ride was. Yep. I believe that's right. Yep. And you would come out, and as soon as you would come out to Kong, these guys would be there.
Yeah, they
watch these guys.
March 10th, 2017.
Right on. I thought you were going to say 2018. We were like, whoa.
And
okay, it's spring 17.
Good money that it's going to be probably in year 3 of Lego Dimensions, because they're just eating up all the franchises that are.
Lego Dimensions is gobbling things up left and right, and you know what? Rightly so, because they do some awesome, fun stuff.
Whoa, I just had the Blues Brothers would make great additions. It's like they're just like 70s, 80s. Let's just
why not? Wait, was Universal? Yeah, it's Universal.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think that there's any boundaries, and I'm willing to bet you're going to start seeing some Disney stuff in it next year. Now that Infinity's dead. Now that
because they already have they've made Lego versions. Oh, there's Dory.
Dory is the last character from Infinity.
Really? That's the last one.
Times. Really fun playset, though. I really dig it a lot. It's awesome. It's beautiful.
No, because there's already Lego Marvel characters and Lego Star Wars characters and Lego all that
games.
Stuff. The only reason in the games and/or like movies and stuff like that and/or shows.
Yeah,
I was talking to my brother. The one of literally the funniest things I've seen in a long time is whatchamacallit? Lego Droid Tales.
Nate is.
Huh? Did I leave? Am I gone? What happened?
You're back. You just got a little jumpy there for a second. Whoa.
Whoa. No, Lego Droid Tales. Is one of the funniest things that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, people do some pretty amazing crap with Lego on YouTube and stuff. It's incredible. It really is. Are you still there?
I believe so.
Okay, there you are. You're still there. You're a little pixelated.
Uh-oh.
Or are you doing all kinds of stuff on
No, I don't have anything. I don't even have anything like open, I don't think.
But yeah, not that this is what this podcast is about, but I'm clearly super into Toys to Life. So Disney Infinity is dead, unfortunately, because of some really terrible management on terms of upper Disney echelon folks.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a blow.
Yeah, it really did suck a lot, considering the fact that I had a pretty prominent Disney Infinity website. But it's okay. It's still doing great. And we're transitioning into other cool stuff. But now that that's gone, I would have a good feeling that Disney's not going to be, because Disney's now exclusively franchisee. It's like you can buy the rights to our stuff. You can make video games. Just buy the rights. And so I'm sure we'll see it. I'm sure we'll see it very soon.
You have a strong suspicion that Lego Dimensions is gonna drop in Disney properties on there.
Yeah. And the new Ghostbusters flick is going to be leading the way for the new wave of Lego Dimensions. So that's going to be the lead story pack. So, which I think is kind of cool. And I think that they're hedging, because that doesn't come out till the end of September. The Lego Dimensions start up again. So, and the new Ghostbusters flick is next month. So I think that they have faith that it's going to do really well, because it's like the leading headliner of the new Lego Dimensions packs. So I hope it does well. I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what anyone says. I'm looking forward to the new Ghostbusters movie. I'm excited.
No, and they look great. So they have a Ghostbusters pack that's coming out, and what else? There's a couple other cool, fun ones that were coming out along with them.
They've got Gremlins, Goonies.
Gremlins. Oh, that's great. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
I think you were sending me these things, and I was like, I want to be in that room. There's like, I want to be in that room where they're like literally spitballing ideas of who to add to this.
Well, apparently now at this point, and here you can see Gizmo there. At this point, they're not even, people are coming to them. Franchise owners are coming to them and being like, because it's doing so well that they're getting swamped. So you've got Gizmo, you've got Mission Impossible, you've got Adventure Time, E.T., Goonies, Teen Titans, A-Team, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's crazy what they're doing with this. I'm super excited with it.
And now are each of these characters going to have like their own little story sets and stuff?
Some of them have level packs, but then every character, every IP has a gigantic adventure world that you can explore, and you can travel around in and have all kinds of fun. So whether or not they have a storyline, they're going to have their own adventure world. You'll be able to. It's just going to be crazy. It's just going to be freaking nuts. I'm super excited for it. So particularly,
they're going to add the Dark Crystal Lego Dimensions, Labyrinth Lego Dimensions.
I don't know about that, but I will tell you that there's some awesome Funkos coming for the.
Yeah, man, that's another thing between the Lego Dimensions thing. These Funko Pops are blowing up, and they're literally turning every property into a Funko Pop toy for people to collect, for bearded folks such as yourself to have a whole wall of. That's pretty legit. Does he glow in the dark?
I don't think he glows in the dark. He might. No, I don't think. But he's translucent. That's the idea.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I saw that. It looked like he might glow in the dark.
Yeah, and I'm starting a small collection for Nate. Like when I find ones that I know that he will love. But I of course I haven't forgotten your wife. So I know that she's
and he's got a little sorting hat on.
Yeah, he's got this little sorting hat on. So I've got a little just a touch, just a taste of Harry Potter.
You got a Barnes & Noble for that one?
Yeah. Oh my God, exclusives. It's ridiculous. But yeah. So Dark Crystal, there's a set of 4 with oh my God, why can't I remember any of the characters' names from the Dark Crystal? So
there's Jen.
Yeah,
Jen was the main Gelfling, and Kira.
I believe that Fizzgig comes with Jen.
Fizzgig, yeah. Oh, he comes with a little Fizzgig in with him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's adorable.
And then I can't remember which Skeksis.
Is it the Lord Chamberlain?
Yeah, I believe it is. Dark Crystal. Okay, here we go.
He's the most famous Skeksis. He's Skeksai. Skeksis. Is it? Would it be Skeksi? Skeksi? The plural of the Skeksis?
Sexy Skekskis?
The sexy Skeksis?
The sexy Skeksis?
I remember a meme from a number of years ago of it like, I'm bringing Skeksi back, which just made me laugh.
That's amazing. Yeah, Jen, Kira with Fizzgig, and then Aughra.
Aughra, yeah.
And then Chamberlain.
One of the mystics.
And then the chanter. Yep, the chanter mystic.
Don't they all chant? Don't they all go, ooh?
But I think
like Ludo.
But the chanter, he's like turned like all the Funkos are
the chanter or the enchanter.
No, the chanter. I think he's like Ursol, the chanter, or something like that. I can't. I know they all had names, but I don't know if. But
they all have names in the credits, not in the movie.
Not in the movie, yeah. But all the pops normally come like this, but he comes like this because he's got like a huge, huge tail. Because it took like 6 or 7 puppeteers to puppeteer those guys. They were humongous puppets. If you don't realize how gigantic they were, but like go look at some behind the scenes stuff for the Dark Crystal. Those are humongous puppets, just gigantic.
Sure. Dan might even be able to find a YouTube video right now to share while we discuss.
Ooh, I might. I don't know. I think when I do,
there's some really great behind the scenes of the Dark Crystal.
But when I do that, it like cuts. Nah, it's all right. We'll I need to figure out how this YouTube thing works before we go.
That's all right. Fair. You don't need to do it.
There are 2 poor souls who have been watching us.
Really? Like we have 2 souls?
A couple of random folks. Can't you see like right down here in the corner? Does it show you how many viewers there are? Oh, okay.
I see.
We suddenly have 4 viewers.
Wait, where do you see the viewers? Is it in the? All I have is the only thing I have up because was the little Google box, the Google Hangout box.
Yeah.
Comment tracker, nothing.
But I'm really excited about those. And
turn on your lower third just for a hot second, just because I enjoyed it so much.
I have to let me turn on the. I think once you're
recording, it's done. There it is. That's like yeah, man. That's like an awesome.
It's something. I don't know what it's. Oh, I see. That flipped the screen, so now I can actually see what it's supposed to say. But it doesn't really. But it looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. I dig it. But
we could do this do it periodically. Like you don't have kind of like a documentary. Like you don't need to leave it up the whole time. People like every 5 minutes or so.
Occasionally forget who I am. Then I'll just. When you're watching, who is that guy? What is he doing? How is he important to the plot? But they just teased some Labyrinth Funko Pops, which I am super excited for because I love me some Labyrinth.
So the teasing meaning they said what ones they're gonna release or rumors?
No. Some stores are now you can pre-order them like at GameStops and stuff. So. Well before they're even being released. I don't think they're going to be coming for a few months, but I'm super excited for them because I love any kind of quality Henson merch. I'm all for. You know what I mean? I've got the Muppet Funko Pops are super hard to. They're super expensive. They're it really pisses me off because I had the opportunity to buy them all when they were like $10, and I'm just like, I'll wait for a good sale, and then now they're all like $40 to $60 a piece. So
really?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid how expensive those damn things are, but I love them. Can't complain.
How many Funkos do you think you have at this point?
Oh, like maybe 20 or so. I mean, I have a handful of Ghostbusters and Muppets, and then I have a bunch of have random ones that I have to trade for like ones that I want. You know what I mean? But you gotta wait for like the right trade to come along.
You do the loot crate thing too, right?
Occasionally, I dabble. I paused my loot crate. I got the Ghostbusters loot crate that's coming because I did like a limited edition $50 Ghostbusters, just all 100% Ghostbusters loot crate.
The reason I was asking because didn't they do? I heard they did a Labyrinth loot crate.
They had a Labyrinth featured item. I don't think I have it.
Oh, it's just a specific item.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Yeah. I thought the whole thing was like a Labyrinth.
But I think this month, if I'm not too late, and I think you should do it too, is the Nerd Block, because this month's Nerd Block is Harry Potter, Back to the Future and Ghostbusters. That's all the stuff that's in the new nerd block this month. So it's like I can't complain about any of those things. I love all those things.
I like all of those.
I'll take any of those merch. I'll take any merch from any of those things. So and Finding Dory comes out tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Are you allowed to like say what you do these days?
I don't really know what I do just yet.
Okay.
I really do. I've done a lot of things.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait on that. But yeah, I'm excited for that new flick because it looks beautiful, and I love Ellen and all that kind of stuff. Are you going to?
You do love Ellen. You do have a heart.
This household, we do. We love Ellen a lot. We're like nomads in terms of like day and nighttime television, and we change. But Ellen's pretty much the only daytime TV. My wife hates Rachel Ray, so it's only Ellen is what.
You know what I was actually kind of taken aback by, and I just noticed this the other day when I was looking up Finding Dory, kind of like what it's about, because there's already, as is wont with Disney, there's copious amounts of Finding Dory merch that's been out for quite a while already. So like,
what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, so I went to Disney World with my nephew for his 6th birthday a couple weeks ago, and throughout the parks there's tons of Finding Dory stuff, and he already knew like who everybody was, like the octopus, but he's not an octopus, he's a septopus. And the only reason I know that he's a septopus is because my 6-year-old nephew, I was like, oh dude, what's the octopus name? He's like, that's Hank, he's a septopus.
Yeah,
like, whoa.
Disney's wise with this kind of stuff when it comes to YouTube, and they pump out the merch to high-end YouTubers so that the YouTubers are unboxing all the Finding Dory stuff about a month and a half, 2 months.
That's how I found out. I asked my brother, I was like, how the hell does he know who this dude is, Hank the Septopus? And it's because he and my nieces, they watch these unboxing videos like religiously.
Yep.
All the time.
They probably watched a handful of mine.
Yeah, that's what I said. Watching all the ones that you do as well. That's hilarious. So like on YouTube Kids, they're like, I had no idea that this was a thing, but it's a thing and it's huge. These people are getting bazillions of views because of these kids with their little iPads in super OtterBox cases, just constantly watching these damn unboxing videos. Yep. It's fascinating to me.
It works 100%. My daughter knows who Hank is and Dory and all of them. And we really only watched Finding Dory once or twice, but she knows who Hank is. And I know who Hank is, and I love him, and I think he's awesome.
So I don't really know anything other than that. So I knew all the merch and stuff, and she's obviously ends up in a coffee pot at one point because they're selling that coffee mug of her in a coffee pot, which is kind of adorable.
We have it in my house.
But do you?
So, yeah, because it's awesome because you fill it up and then you tap it and she wakes up and she swims around in the coffee pot.
But what I thought was interesting and actually caught me off guard was that Finding Dory was actually rated PG and not rated G.
Perhaps adult themes. How many Pixar movies are rated PG though? You know, that's
well, that's why I was like, oh, there must be, and I don't know if because Nemo came out in 2003. Is that right? 2003.
Someone's probably going to die in it. That's what it means, I imagine.
Yeah, well, that's Pixar movies, so somebody's probably going to die in the beginning. And, but no, because Nemo was G, and there were some pretty scary moments in that too. Those fish were fraught with peril, and hundreds of babies died in the beginning. Spoilers.
Yeah.
And so did
I'm looking it up. I don't know if it shows like on
I just thought it was interesting. And it's like, I don't know if Nemo came out in 2016, would it have also been rated PG for thematic elements? I think is what they're
that's a very good question. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if there's any other that are named.
Well, here's the question, because let's talk about, because I didn't check this out, but Toy Story 3. Spoilers if you haven't seen Toy Story 3. There's a moment in Toy Story. I need to know if Toy Story 3 is rated PG or G solely because of the moment where they're all the
Inside Out's rated PG.
Okay.
Toy Story 3 is rated G.
Whoa! Okay, sorry, I just woke up my dog. I yelled.
I think it probably has a lot more to do with the the theme and the
so not necessarily like these toys that are about to go to their fiery demise and literally like hold hands and accept their own death.
Yeah,
that is not a thematic element enough to give it a PG rating.
I would imagine it has a lot to do with the theme of it, and I wonder if because usually it will say when it starts like this is rated PG for X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? I wonder if it says why it's rated that.
Yeah, that's just it was just something that sparked my curiosity. I was intrigued by the fact that I would have just assumed that it would just be rated G, similar to Nemo.
Huh, that's interesting.
See,
but I never would have really paid attention to that. So
these are the things I think about, man.
Thanks for pointing that out. So, but yeah, that's interesting. So I'm excited about that. And is there any other puppety things you want to talk about now that we're trying to get the hang of Google Hangouts here?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any puppet news that was off the top of my head.
Oh, the Muppets are dead too.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't really we haven't really been on since that end. So yeah, the Muppets TV show is dead in the water.
It's gone. And but interestingly enough, at Hollywood Studios, it seems as though the renovation of the Muppet restaurant is well underway, and it's going to be some kind of Muppety themed restaurant.
Yeah, I don't know all the details about that. I know because there was also concern of the whole Disney Hollywood Studios has the all the old school streets, like the New York streets and the old buildings and stuff like that, and the whole backlot thing is getting totally taken down, and to make way for
Star Wars land.
Star Wars World.
But Star Wars World is going to be part of Hollywood Studios, right? It's not going to be its own.
That's correct. It's going to be part of Hollywood Studios, as is like a Pixar land.
Yeah,
which is basically going to be Toy Story themed.
Yeah, I have to wonder if they didn't do that to get rid of that restaurant there that was like kind of Pizza Planet-esque, so that they can make a bigger Pizza Planet in the new Toy Story land. You know what I mean?
Which is very possible. Yeah, so that restaurant that's all boarded up, but when they had announced that they were doing that and they were going to make the Star Wars world, there was genuine concern that the Muppet Theater was going to be gone with it to clear that space, because it's also right there. But that is still standing.
Yeah.
So somebody
not
out
standing
there
anymore in California.
Oh, that's right, because Elsa
and speaking of California, the Frozen show has dropped. I feel like we should almost do a separate episode just about the Frozen show.
Oh yeah,
show.
Good call. Yeah, we should. Good segue. We can totally talk about that.
We can watch it. We could literally watch it and add, like, they talk about it and skip ahead to all the puppet parts. But there's some really cool stuff, such as Olaf's puppet is gorgeous, really, really beautiful puppet. I can only assume that Animax made that because it's really top notch.
Yeah, and it's a, if you guys haven't seen it, the Olaf puppet. So Olaf's a puppet in that show. So is Sven the Reindeer, which is set up very similarly to the horse that they built for Tangled for the Disney Cruise Line, which our buddy David Corus performed on the cruise line. So it's the puppeteer is in the middle, and the puppeteer's legs are the front legs of the horse, and puppeteer's controlling the head of the horse, and then the back legs kind of go in tandem when you walk. And there's controls for the tail and the head and the eyes and stuff like that. So that's what Sven's done basically the same exact way. And then Olaf is kind of
he's Timon on The Lion King on Broadway.
Exactly. It's pretty much exactly what he is, except he's got a trigger head and not the puppeteer's hand inside the head to control the mouth of Olaf. And
he's got these really beautiful rods for his arms, so that
it's got the nice like half moon.
So you can control both arms with one hand at all times, which is really nice. A really beautiful rod setup. And then all the trolls are puppets too. Well, some of the trolls are puppets.
Right, they're not like I didn't see the full thing. I kind of jumped around just to kind of like look at little bits and pieces here and there of what things look like. Oh, how do they do this? How do they look like this? I missed the whole trolls thing. So what is the trolls? Is it like
there's some big rocks upstage that once all the trolls appear, I imagine they pull like a lever and these huge they're like three on like a gimbal, and they all like turn, and you can like using just one big what I imagine is one big control makes them all move, and they look like real trolls like from the movie. And then there's a bunch of actors dressed as trolls, and there are some trolls that are full dancers standing up, and it looks like three trolls like on each other's shoulders, you know what I mean? And they can control the mouths and faces of the two trolls underneath them, and the top troll is their own face. Like
it's like a totem troll.
Yeah, it's a totem troll puppet, which is kind of cool. So there's some pretty interesting puppetry that's used in it. I have a lot of problems with it, but I'm not. I mean, just so many problems with it. It's not even. It's just.
So I take it you watched the full show.
Yeah, I've watched it about 3 or 4 times now with Elizabeth.
Oh, really? It's like an hour and change, right?
Yeah, from what I understand, they're cutting about 15 minutes out of it right off the bat because that
makes sense.
Holy Moses, does it drag at parts and times, particularly because of scene changes. Actually, I take that back. About 75% of the time, it's scene changes that make it drag on.
They're doing this. This is at the Hyperion.
This is at the Hyperion where Aladdin went, and it really is a cool show. But Aladdin was on for 13 years, and it was polished. It was really well polished. And so I would say give this a year or two and then judge it. You know what I mean? After they really work it and then rework it and then rework it. And I'm sure it's going to, but right now it is a presentable piece. My biggest problem with it really is just like, is let it go. I think is my biggest problem with it. The singer does it really beautifully, but the staging is just so piss poor. I can't even handle it. And not for anything but the fact that when she transforms from regular Elsa into Snow Elsa, it just makes me just
Snelsa.
Yeah, Snelsa. They do like a magic quick change is what they do. Like her entire snow outfit's like up in her bosom, like in the breast of the costume, and she like reaches behind her and pulls a cord, and it all like unrolls and turns her into the snowy ice princess. Now, the only problem with this is that she's currently standing on a giant. Did you watch the Let It Go section of the?
I didn't. I did not know.
The only problem is she's standing on top of a gigantic white ice staircase that's bright white and blue. She's standing in front of a gigantic projected screen that is all iced white and blue. She's currently and she's changing into a big white gown that's all shiny white and blue. And so when she goes to do the move to like pull the cord and transform,
she disappears.
No, they just cut the spotlight off of her for 4 seconds while she does the thing. But her silhouette is still entirely visible, and the costume like breaking out of the top, the breast of the dress like opening up and unrolling is like, it's just so visible. It like is painful. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, the entire show has got like these gusts of hazer and like fog, like stuff, like it's just fog and stuff is blowing all over the stage during half the show because of like special effects. It's like, why didn't you just set it up so that she walks through a gigantic cloud of fog that no one can see her, so she can do the move and she comes out, pass through the fog, and she's changed? Why did you? And on top of that, the staircase swivels and like goes over the audience. You know what I mean? So she's like hanging over top of the audience, silhouetted clear as day against the screen. It's just such a poor choice of like, there's just no magic in it at all. There's just no magic. It's like, this is Frozen, Disney California Adventure. Who just
arguably the most anticipated song and or moment.
Yeah, especially when she's like, because she does a thing and she transforms and she's like, let it go, and it's like who staged this? Like a middle school amateur magician who's like got his sister wearing the quick change dresses that he bought at like Mendel's. Like what the hell is this? It was the only Jewish name I could think of it off the top of my head. you'll have to watch it, and
yeah, I'll have to watch. I have to watch the full thing for sure.
I was not pleased with it at all. I was just like, what? No.
That's interesting.
I guess that's what they're doing.
But as far as the puppetry choices were pretty cool and fun to watch.
The puppetry choices are really, really great,
and it intrigued me because I know for sure that's the next big thing for the Broadway is Frozen.
Yeah, it's on
Disney
its way
on Broadway.
But what I
the
will
big
say
one that they're going to do. So I'm intrigued to see what if anything they use.
Well, first off and foremost, it's only like 70 minutes long or so. It's currently 70 minutes long, and that wouldn't fly for Broadway. It would need to be 2 acts, and it would need to be at least 2 hours long.
Yeah, it would probably be 2 and change. Like Aladdin on Broadway right now is about 2.5, I would say.
Yeah. So Let It Go, unless they put a lot of filler in, and I mean a lot of filler. Let It Go couldn't be the Act 1 finale, but it would almost have to be because it's like that song, But at the same time, how could it be? Because it's really early in the story. You know what I mean? Right. So, and what I will say is that I will take the Frozen Hyperion show as any indication whatsoever as to what the Broadway show will be.
No, and you shouldn't because Aladdin as an example.
It's 2 really different shows,
vastly different shows, and different songs too. They added a bunch of new music for the Broadway version.
Yeah, they had to write a bunch of new stuff because there wasn't enough songs.
So I have a feeling that the Lopez's will be on that and are probably adding, and that's nothing new for them. They've written shows for the stage.
Yeah.
Music for the stage. I mean, that's basically what the movie is their type of Broadway style music anyway.
I guess In Summer would be a pretty good Act 1 finale because everyone's waiting for Olaf. I mean, really, everyone's waiting for Olaf because Olaf's just the shit when it comes to Frozen. You know what I mean? And did you watch the In Summer number?
I did, yeah. And so that's one of the things that I'm intrigued about is how that's a lot of the debate. That how are they going to do Olaf for Broadway? Is it going to be something similar?
Do it exactly the same way. Exactly the same way.
You think they are going to do it, or they should do it that way?
I think they should, and they will be doing it the same way because there is no. You can get away with it. You can do what you did for Lion King, because even though Timon and Pumbaa are pulled into the Julie Taymor kind of style, they still look like Timon and Pumbaa, but like stylized. They didn't even try to do it with Little Mermaid because I guess just because of the size and the proportions and stuff, it just wouldn't have worked, Mm-hmm. But I guess you can kind of get away with it with Sebastian because he's iconic, but he's not like the story. You know what I mean? And Flounder, everyone knows who Flounder is, but he's not like the story. You can, and with like Aladdin, sure, Abu and Carpet would be really important, but everyone's there for Aladdin and Genie. You know what I mean? Those are like the story. There is no way in hell they're going to put an Olaf out there that's like some black guy painted white, with like holding twigs or something. They're not going to do any of that kind of crazy shit. It's going to look exactly. They're not going to do any Julie Taymor nonsense. He has to look just like Olaf because he is that iconic of a character. All the merch is Olaf. Mm-hmm. And any kid in the audience, and we all know what Sebastian looked like with Titus, with like the little red hat. If any man walks out on stage with that kind of interpretation, with like he's like wearing all white and he's got like
in a snowman suit. Yeah,
and he's got like a big carrot prosthetic on his nose and he's holding little sticks and he's got like big black buttons. Every kid in the audience just look up and be like, "Mommy, that's bullshit. That's bullshit."
Every kid in the house says that's bullshit.
Every 3 or 4 year old's like, "What is this bullshit? This isn't this." They're all sitting there looking. This isn't Olaf. What is this? What is this shit? You can't You can't do it. You can't not do exactly what they did for Disney, Disney World, at Disneyland at the Hyperion, California Adventure. It's got to be 100%. And the same with Sven. I think that they've got to, although I could do without the guy's head on top. I really could. And the Tangled horse, Maximus Untangled for the cruise line, I don't think you could see the head, could you?
I think you can. I think it's basic. I think it's exactly the same setup, which is basically what Pumbaa is in Lion King.
Which is what Pumbaa. And I tell you what, I couldn't get used to it during the entire watch through of any of them yet. I'm not like, I couldn't adjust to the fact that it was like, here's just a dude wearing a horse is what it really. And because Sven has such little emotion on his face, all he can really do is kind of like make his mouth hang open. The tongue trick was very cool. And the fact that he could lick the nose off of Olaf was really cool. But the fact that he has such little emotion, I'm then drawn to look at the puppeteer's face, because Sven's face is just like a 2-note thing. You know what I mean? It's like eyes open, eyes closed, mouth open, mouth closed.
Well, that might be, I think that's why the reason they have the puppeteer there, to make the emotional face, to add to the emotional face. I didn't once, after like the initial 30 seconds of getting used to it, didn't once look at the puppeteer for Olaf during the entire video. I mean, Olaf was alive and real to me. And I don't know if it's just because maybe the puppeteer's head is right behind Sven's head, and I can never really kind of like tune him out. It just was too much for me. But I mean, I guess I'm not the one who made the show. I'm not the one making those decisions. So, but I really did dig the Olaf a lot. And that guy sounded just like Josh Gad. I swear. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, especially in the song. Like he crushed that song for sure.
He absolutely did. And my final note about Frozen is that they need to take a page from Phantom, and they need to track Let It Go. They need to. They just can't. Let It Go is one of those things which is so iconic.
Yeah, I have a feeling they will. They'll do that. I think there's Phantom is tracked at certain points. Yeah, the Jersey Boys, the Frankie Valley, like the super high parts in Jersey Boys for the Frankie Valley parts are tracked.
Yeah,
because you can't hit that shit 8 times a week.
Exactly.
And I feel like I don't know if Wicked ever was.
No, Wicked's not tracked, because every time I've seen it, the girls make plenty of mistakes during Defying Gravity.
The Uber note in Defying Gravity, right?
Yeah, but essentially it's Phantom of the Opera song, Phantom of the Opera, that is tracked, like when they're like on the boat and whatnot. And but you just can't go see Frozen and not have Let It Go sound exactly like it sounds. I mean, let the actress who's doing it on stage track it. You know, don't like play Adina, you know, singing Frozen. That's some dumb shit. But it's got to sound like her. But like, it just can't. You know what I mean? And that would just ruin it for me. It's so hard. I mean, I know that's the joy of live theater and all, but
they probably will, if nothing else, as a safety.
I've got to track it. But I think you should watch it. It's, you know, it's only an hour. It's good. I skipped through like a bunch of because there are some scenes. That's another problem. There are just some filler scenes where it's just like, again, is this a High School Musical where we had to cast as many people as we could because there's only 6 leads, and you know, like there's just guys just wandering around in the background just doing shit. It's like, what are these people doing on stage? Well, I don't need this. I don't need to see any of this nonsense. It's like there's just people wandering around and like holding plates and folding, and like there's a whole thing with like a mop bucket and these. It's just too much. It's too much. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I know why they're doing it. I know why, because she's got to go from Anna's got to go from Pajama Anna during the it's Coronation Day song to I'm all put together, sexy Anna. You know what I mean? And so they've got to go from pajama to put together Anna, and that quick change still probably takes 60 to 90 seconds. which is why they have all this silly ass filler of people dusting and playing with mop buckets and shit. And it's just like, just put that on under, just have her wear her dress under the pajamas and just rip them off and put the wig on her and send her back on. And don't make me watch 2 minutes of a guy falling over a mop bucket and shit. It's just... That said,
are you listening, Disney? You listening? These are your notes. These are your notes, Hyperion.
I don't want to get anybody in trouble, particularly people who I love dearly. So that's all I'll say. But I just, I did ultimately enjoy it, and my daughter loves it. Absolutely loves it. But think of the parents. That's all I'm saying. Think of the parents. Because
the kids are just going to love it anyway.
You're making us buy $15 balloons. Just think of the parents. It's like, this is some silly shit. But I don't think that there will be much that you can recognize from that Hyperion production compared to the Broadway production. I don't think. I think it'll be.
No, I doubt it. I'm sure. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what happens. More puppetry work. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
So as long as Olaf is a puppet.
These two poor souls have been watching us the whole time, and I think one of them's you because
I don't have it up. I don't have anything up.
Oh, you don't have it up? Oh, okay.
Not me.
We're 3 viewers, but yeah, I think we've talked long enough for people.
I think we're good. Is there any other random puppet news? Recent puppet news as of today? Actually, I saw something really funny that actually made me laugh. Just happened to randomly spot this. Do you remember? Oh, there's a bean. A dog. Sorry, dogs. The old pets.com commercials with the sock dog puppet.
Sock dog. Who was that? Was that I can't remember.
It was Michael Ian Black. The comedian Michael Ian Black was the sock dog puppet.
But was he was just voicing it. He wasn't doing the actual.
No, he was actually doing it too, because I saw an interview and I screen capped it actually. So I'm gonna read it to you. And our other fellow puppeteers will appreciate this. This was like some little random blog or whatever. And the guy says, a lot of people might not know this, but you were the voice of the sock puppet from those famous pets.com ads. What was that like? And Michael Ian Black says, it was an odd experience because the character became so much more popular than the company, and then the company just couldn't survive. It was ahead of its time in certain ways because online shopping for commodities just wasn't a thing back then, which is actually very true. But it was also a painful job because I had to stick my arm up all the time. You do that for 10 minutes at a time, and it actually hurts.
Yeah.
That's what he
great.
says.
That's awesome. I love that little tidbit. You need to share that on the Facebook page.
I will share that little tidbit. But I had absolutely no idea that because I love Michael Ian Black. I think he's hysterical, and I had no idea that he was the sock dog. My dad was obsessed with that thing, and actually, thank you for bringing up your little lower third. And
you're talking
it's somewhere.
So
I think my brother has it somewhere. Either my brother has it, or actually my aunt might have it. But my dad, I think we got it for him for his birthday or whatever. We got him an actual sock dog from pets.com. They sold them, like the little character with the mic and everything.
That's amazing.
So
that's really cool.
He loved the sock dog.
You need to find it. You need to find it, and then we'll start a series on our YouTube channel of parodied pet.com commercials.
Oh, there's so many parodies of those. But that could be another good thing we could do, like, or just like puppets in commercials. Like there's a ton throughout the years, even like recent ones too. There was one for like there was like a super creepy one with like ventriloquist dummies, so like Benjamin Moore paints. Do you remember that one? That wasn't that long ago. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was like the two clerks.
It's still up. Yeah. They're making fun of those. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're terrifying. Yeah.
Who did those? Do we know?
I don't know. And then there's Lending Tree. Lending Tree is the Swazzle Boys.
Swazzle Boys. Yep. The Lending Tree. The green guy.
Well, Henson made it, I think, but then Patrick
performed him.
Yeah, I think I can't remember which one of the boys voices him. So,
but that could be a fun little thing to do. Oh no! Where's my beard?
Sure could.
Oh, look who it is!
What? Hey,
it's
guys.
Bernard, everyone! Bernard!
Hey! Is there anyone? Oh, I'm not even looking at the camera correctly because I have it flipped and then reflipped, and so now I'm
Come on, Bernard. Let's work on your monitor work, buddy.
No, not right now is not the time, Nate. It's not the time or the place.
What's going on, Bernard? I haven't seen you in ages.
I know. I miss all of you.
You are boosting our production value and boosting our show.
Well, I try to I've got a lower third. That's nice. Getting felt up. That's inappropriate. That's what that is. It's inappropriate. I don't know who is running this show around here, but
it's a family show.
No, this is not a family show. Do not let your 4-year-olds watch this. The words they'll learn. So, yep. All right, it's gonna make my arms hurt. It's too late.
See, as Michael Ian Black taught us, put your arms up in the air for long enough. Yeah. It actually hurts.
It does. So, there we go. That's enough. No one wants to.
Because if we're going to add this visual element, as our dear James Voital so lovingly put when we first started this.
Yeah,
you're going to make an audio podcast about a visual medium.
Oh, that's so. Why don't you just make a Godzilla podcast? Because I love Godzilla so much. He's gonna get so mad. We always know
at your new Batman Voital impression.
I always know when he listens to the episode because usually he'll send me like an emoji of just an angry face or something like that. They're like, well, I guess James heard the episode. Yeah, I listened and I don't like it at all. You just don't make fun of me because I'm James Voital.
James Voital, we're gonna get him back on because I know he's done a lot more fun stuff. He's traveled. He's been all over the world recently.
He has been. A lot of our friends. We have to do like re-updates of all kinds of stuff.
We do. We need
great stuff.
We need a super catch-up session with a lot of folk.
Now that Nate has a 9 to 5 and I have another baby, we're gonna just have no more free time than we did before.
This is why it's all going to be live streams from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. only, folks.
Yep, that works. That's fine. Works for me.
Do it after the babies go to sleep.
That's it. So I'm going to do it this time. This has been Getting Felt Up, a puppetry podcast with Dan and Nate. I'm Dan.
And I'm Nate. And thank you for joining us on this experiment. And hopefully it wasn't too obnoxious.
You ruined it. We were supposed to do the thing, and you didn't. No,
I wanted to thank them first before we do.
Okay. When we do the final line, it's never the final line. You could have just thanked them after the final line, because we always talk after the final line.
Well, I'll probably thank them again.
Okay. It's all right. We don't have to do it. We don't. If you don't want to do it, I'll just turn on my lower third, and we'll just.
Wait. Can you change it to and we'll fill you up next time in your lower third? So like. And we'll click.
I don't know if I can do that. It's probably too long.
There it is. We'll fill you up next. You're next. And we'll fill you up next.
And we'll
fill you up next time.
Yep.
And we'll fill you up next time.
Well, there you go.
There it is. Live podcasts. Thanks for watching, all 2 of you.
This will be we'll make this an audio thing too. So
yeah, for sure. We'll drop it as an audio thing. Leave us a comment, what your name
and subscribe
and your address, so we can thank you personally for watching the 2 of you.
The handwritten letter.
Yes, we'll send you a lovely handwritten letter.
We'll send you a postcard. But
maybe one of those puzzle postcards.
We don't have the money for that.
No, or the time. But those are kind of cool though, because then you can write a little thank you note and then you can jumble it all up, and then they have to. But then they'll just hate us because they're like, oh, "Fuck, I have to put this together in order to read their stupid note."
Someone's already left a comment, Nate, on our podcast.
Did they say their name?
Yeah, it's Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
He said, heard from someone in charge of staging the show. Apparently the whole production was extremely rushed and straight from the horse's mouth, paraphrased, every time Disney does something, it's inefficient and expensive. Well, Perhaps that is. Ooh, that hit a nerve with Nate. He's like, ooh. That's like my nipple right there. I felt it. So that I don't have anything to argue against you there, Patrick, with that comment. So, but we'll let it just as that. So leave us more comments, Patrick. You were our first live comment. That's some silly shit.
You were watching, you were listening, and you actively participated, Patrick. This is.
Thank you, Patrick. You've
made
my heart.
Patrick, you made this feel worth it.
You were like my Elsa act of true love, and now I'm no longer frozen on the lake like Anna.
Yep, our hearts are no longer frozen by the cold depths of the internet.
Yep, you've done it. You've warmed our hearts.
Speaking of warm, dude, how do you have this big ass beard in the summertime? That's like a winter beard.
I just started growing it, and I'm like, well, let's see. Let's just see what happens.
How long are we going for? Are we going to go ZZ Top? Like, is it going to be ZZ Top style? Do we want...
Here's the thing.
What's the... Here, give it to me.
I really wanted... I did this, like... And this... I'm calling out David Bizarro, and he's like... last time I talked to him, he's like, let the research and development begin. But... essentially, it's long enough now. Like, David would joke about it, and I was like, no, I want to do that. I'm totally on board, where we would do bearded puppets so that they would, like, be able to, like, sip tea and like, you know what I mean? You could kind of, and then we would do rods. I mean, I can't, like, but, like, imagine, like, I'd have rods here connected to them. And, I guess I could just use Bernard's arms, right? So imagine if I had this going on, and then
this is so disturbing.
Hold on, let me get it really close.
Oh yes, please get closer. Yes, I need to fully visualize this.
And then I could be like, "Oh, hey, it's me, beard number one."
This beard puppet concept of yours definitely. Should have been on Pee-wee's Playhouse. This is like a Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Will you take a screenshot of this and then we'll send it to David Bizarro and be like, research and development part 1 complete.
Yep, give us a nice beard pose.
What? I know this Perfect. Looks ridiculous. I bet.
Done. Screen capped.
But anyway,
this is.
So I started it as kind of like a joke, like with that. Well, maybe I can.
So that's the general idea.
Yeah, and so then, but then I just started growing it.
How do you plan on attaching the rods to said beard?
Probably just like with like little rubber bands or like little clips, maybe. I don't know, but then like it would just be like just that, like you could see like my mouth.
Yeah, but would you grow your beard down as long as he is there?
I don't think so.
The arms coming out the sides.
The problem is that I keep growing it out, but it's so scruffy that it like started growing out like this way at first, and so I had to like get weight in the beard so that it would start growing down. And if I like really comb it out and like comb it up, it turns in. I look like goddamn reverse Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, you look like Grizzly Adams.
Perhaps I do, but it gets really full. But now I like oil it and condition it and like do all kinds of stuff to it to make it like get some weight to it. But
yeah, man,
I was like,
enter that bad boy into some competitions.
I'm fat. I'm like kind of gotten fat again, so I thought I'll kind of like keep the beard, and then I'm already starting to lose weight again. So I'm like, I'll shed off some pounds and then see how I feel about it. But I started going to a beard. Well, I didn't start. I've tried. I've dabbled in a few like barbershop kind of things, and I finally found a hipster salon where like everyone's got like blue hair and tattoos and shit. And then there's two dudes in there who do like hipster beards. And I'm like, okay, I'll go in there and they'll be able to like tell me how to do it. Like even the place, like it's called Escandalo is what it's called. And it's just like, I called up and I'm like, listen, I know I'm probably too fat to get my hair cut there, but do you have any appointments for a large bearded individual? And they're like, sure, what's up? And then I couldn't make it. This is a great story. I couldn't make the appointment like right then and there because I didn't know what my availability would be based off of theirs. And they're like, well, just call back tomorrow and you can talk to our gay receptionist, Dave. And I'm like, what? What did you say? They're like, just call back tomorrow and you can make an appointment with our gay receptionist, Dave. I'm like, that's not. Did you just say it one more time, but slower? And she's like, call back tomorrow, and you can make an appointment with our day receptionist, Dave. I'm like, oh, I really thought for a second you said gay receptionist.
You heard gay twice.
And she's like, no, that's not what I said. I'm like, well, it sure did the fuck sound like you said gay receptionist. But boy, we ended the podcast like solid 10 minutes ago and we're still talking. But yeah, it's and so I kind of grew it, and then it kept growing, and I'm just like, well, let's just see what happens. And then it got to the point where it's just like, well, now I can't. We took baby pictures with it and stuff, and like I can't like take baby pictures and then cut it off like the next week. I've got to like commit to it a little bit longer, so it didn't look like I just like did like a weird thing and took pictures with my new infant. So I'm just kind of attached to it now, or it's attached to me.
Bing!
So there you go.
There you go, folks. Beard power.
Beard power. All right.
Look forward to beard puppets.
Yep.
And then
no one is.
No more comments.
Whoa, Magic Toast 15 left a comment.
Yeah, Magic Toast.
He said, and he subscribed. Thanks, Magic Toast.
Magic.
I don't know who Magic Toast is.
I don't know, but I'm applauding Magic Toast, and that just made me hungry, man. I might go make some toast.
Yeah. Oh, Magic Toast.
I can totally eat some toast made of magic right now.
There's some. I don't know who this is.
Kind of magical.
Thanks for subscribing, though, Magic Toast. You rock. So we've got
what did they say? They didn't say anything.
They just said, "Hey." He just said, "Hey guys." So I'm all
Magic Toast.
Magic
Toast. Two Magic.
Kind of reminds me of Powdered Toast Man.
Yeah, Magic Toast Man.
Oh, speaking of that, I want Ren and Stimpy Lego Dimensions. Is what I want.
Oh shit, that'd be awesome. And then just get Billy West in. He could do the voices for it. And
oh, they just did a new episode. They just released a new episode of Sunday School with Billy West.
Well, I know. I already listened to it.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff.
Oh, and then Jen Himes said, I left a comment. She said, I came in just as you started the beard puppet, and she said, yikes, and you're welcome.
Great. And then, Jenny Himes are going to give you some nightmares.
And then Magic Toast says that it's actually, her name is Macy, and she's a lady. So sorry, Lady Magic Toast. This is some One Direction shit I'm doing right now. Is that what they do in One Direction?
Why in the hell are you asking me?
Or is this like a Hannah Montana thing? I need to turn off the reflection.
Flip it, dude.
Yeah, there we go. So, because you plus me equals us. I know my calculus. What was that? What was the name of that fake band?
The name of the fake band?
No. That sang the song "You plus me equals us." It was like an MTV thing. Because I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us. And there was like, I'm pretty sure Kyle Gass was in it too. Or like there's just like this one fat guy. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
I have absolutely no idea. You've got me there, buddy.
Maybe they're like the band. Oh man, what is that thing called?
I don't know, but I'm toasting to Magic Toast with water.
You plus me equals us. Yeah, that was the name of. Oh, the name of the band is
You plus me equals us.
Together. No. I can't. Yeah, Together. The name is the band. The name of the band is Together. I can't believe you don't know what I'm talking about. If all you have to do is just like listen to hear like a 60-second clip of it, and you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll do that. I'll do that when we're done.
Well, I just sent you the link, so you can do that right when we're done, and so you can know what I'm talking about.
There it is. Thank
I know you had to be done by 11 o'clock, so this went way longer than I thought it would.
Hey, man, this is what happens when you're having fun.
This is just turning into Nate and Dan chatting. But what we're going to try to do is do this with guests, so that guests can whip out a puppet and chat with us and have some fun and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to bring some guests into the video chats. So it's going to be awesome.
Indeed, and then we'll share these as through the regular podcast feed as audio only.
Jen, you can listen to our show whenever you want. Just subscribe to us on iTunes, and we're going to do more of these because
we have the technology, we have the power now.
We have the power, and we're going to figure out how to do chat on here too. So don't worry, we're going to
how to do live chat, so we're not just having to read comments live.
We're gonna figure out how to do this. The chats. This is me.
Is that the symbol? Is this the symbol? Chat.
This is or Edward Scissorhands doing finger puppets. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Ooh, Edward Scissorhands in Lego Dimensions would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's probably
or any Tim Burton characters.
That's probably a home run. We're probably going to see that happen. I would imagine.
Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that. Like all those characters.
Yeah, I think.
I'm surprised they didn't do those for the Dimensions. I mean the Infinity.
Well,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Are they? What's it called? Are they Disney though? Does Disney own the rights to Edward Scissorhands?
No. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah, Jack Skellington's in the game.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then he's got a thing. Oh, he's got a costume change desk where he can turn into Santa Claus.
Right on.
Yeah, Jack's in there. He's in there. He knows what's up.
Well, the reason I was thinking about it because I just finally dropped we had a conversation a long time ago that we just never posted about the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, where I haven't listened back to it because I had just watched a documentary like 2 days prior to doing that recording, and I probably recalled a bunch of stuff incorrectly. Don't worry, I'm sure the corrections department will come in and yell at us. So
we always ask for the corrections department to text us immediately upon finding out if we deliver incorrect information.
Yeah, so
now we can do that live. Have live people correct us.
Yep, I'm all about people correcting us live. All 4 of them.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
All right, man. Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you, and see you.
Always a pleasure, sir.
See everyone later.
Is that what we're doing? We're waving.
We're waving to everyone. Bye-bye.
I hope they're waving back.
I think they are.
With their hearts.
And their souls.
Yep.
And their wieners.
There might be a couple wieners. It is the
internet. Can only hope.
Yes, one can hope. When we do the puppetry of the penis guests.
I'm glad we have video now for that.
We could probably Skype in those Aussies guys. I bet you we could get a hold of.
Sure, the fudge can. There's lots of guys now. They're like the blue men of puppet penises. Like there's like
they are. They're the blue men group of penis puppets.
Yeah, because it's like used to be 2 guys, and now it's like there's like an army of penis puppeteers. So
so that could be a thing.
We've got to go. We've got to go.
All right, and
we've got to go. All right, we've got to go.
Leave comments, subscribe. As they say.
This is the. I forget what this was about, but we'll just.
Yeah, leave us comments and subscribe. Is there like a button? Am I pointing near a subscribe button? Tell me where I'm Tell me when I get to the subscribe button.
Better, warmer, closer.
Right here. Right here. No, are we back? Am I backwards? Is it over here?
It might be. Just go all the way around the screen pointing and be like, eventually, just follow my finger, and eventually you'll get to the part where you're supposed to subscribe. So.
It's somewhere around this here box. I feel like it's probably right around here. Am I jiggling it right around here?
Ooh, you've hit the spot. You've hit
puppetry of the subscribe box.
All right, like we're leaving.
All right, it's late.
We're done.
So past our bedtimes.
Bye.